You're listening to The Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Gulseth.
Today we get to visit with our friends celebrating a 10-year anniversary. That is our friends from Lutheran Federal Credit Union. Joining us now, Amanda Walker, CEO of Lutheran Federal Credit Union. Amanda, welcome back to The Coffee Hour.
Thank you so much.
It's been a little bit since we chatted, so good to have you in studio and chat about a wonderful celebration, 10 years of Lutheran Federal Credit Union. Also joining us today, and new to the Lutheran Federal Credit Union team, that is the Reverend Tom Schlund. He's Synod Relations and Marketing Coordinator for Lutheran FCU. Pastor Schlund, welcome back.
Hey, thanks. Good to be here.
It is good to chat with you and learn about your new role. Let's go back about 10 years and the beginning of Lutheran Federal Credit Union before we talk about your new role.
Sounds good.
Why a credit union for the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod?
My goodness, why not? I think is where we are now.
Uh-huh.
But the idea started in a partnership with a Lutheran Church Extension Fund. So at a very basic level, it was recognized that the Extension Fund has the ability to help rostered church workers in a select amount of states across the country with their mortgages. So this idea of, let's start a federally chartered credit union so we can fill in the gap with all of the other states that they can't originate in. That was the basic idea. And then, of course, a credit union comes along with things more than just mortgages. So we have all the additional products and services, but it's really the partnership and the sponsorship with the Extension Fund that got us up and running, which is still a strong partnership that we have today. So we have been able to fill that gap across the nation for the mortgages and a couple other products as well, and then also for all the other things that the credit unions provide. And we have members in all 50 states now. It's been really fun, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure there's been a lot that's happened over 10 years, and we'll get to all of those accomplishments and highlights in just a minute. But Pastor Schlund, your role is new as of not that long ago. Tell us about this new role. Why were you brought on?
Yeah, so I'm just into my second month here with the credit union and figuring out a lot about what it means to be at a credit union, what we provide, and the benefits to the Synod. But I've been a member of the credit union for a number of years, and this 10th birthday time was a really good opportunity for us to look around and kind of take stock of who we are and what we're doing and look for more ways that we could serve our Lutheran Church Missouri Synod community. That, people get more and more frustrated, I think, with their own banks and local financial institutions with the fees and maybe the impersonal service and stuff. And Lutheran FCU really capitalizes on our ability to knock those things out. And so I'm excited to be a part of the team and kind of be the one who can look around for the ways that we can partner with other entities within the LCMS, but also what are the ways that we can continue to serve members and congregations and districts and organizations in the LCMS in a way that enables them to continue maybe the ministry that they're doing or maybe just their vocations in their everyday lives and do it in a way that helps them financially. So I'm excited about this. It's been a great couple of months so far. The 10th anniversary birthday party kind of is a great way to start a new role. So it's been good.
So you welcomed him at the 10th anniversary. Big celebration to bring him on board. Oh, wait, it was celebrating 10 years, right?
Yes.
High expectations for all the rest of my months going forward.
What's been accomplished in 10 years of Lutheran FCU?
Oh, my goodness. I would say, just to throw out some numbers, over 5,000 members. We've been able to help them out with their finances, but also to his point, our thing that we really want to do is we want to be top of wallet. We want to be the first institution that the people of the LCMS community think of whenever they have their day-to-day banking needs, their mortgage needs. And I think what is the most satisfying is we have repeat members. We had individuals that had kiddos that were maybe 5, 6 years old. And now these children are getting to the point where they have their own checking accounts. They're looking to graduating high school. They're starting their own accounts on their own because they're going off to college. Some of them have gotten married and they're having children on their own. And it's, our organization, I always refer to our team as family, and that's very, very true. I think Tom's already picked up on that in this short amount of time. But it's nice because we extend that out to our membership. Our members are a part of our family as well. So we try to treat them as such. And as we see them grow, it's just been really rewarding. It really has been fun in the 10 years.
Now, you gave us a quick list of a lot of the services available. Let's talk about the services available through Lutheran FCU and to whom those are available as well. Who can be members of Lutheran Federal Credit Union?
Anybody that's associated with the LCMS community, really. So it's, of course, the rostered church workers. It's the people in the pews. It's the family members of the individuals that are already members. the organizations of the LCMS as well, the congregations, the RSOs, the schools. I mean, it really has a great reach. And that's really kind of the message that we're trying to. That's a big thing that as Tom's role is everybody kind of has gotten used to the idea of what a credit union is. Now let's spread the word to all those that are actually eligible. Let's get out there and help them with their day-to-day lives and help their ministries. And let's kind of keep it all in the LCMS family.
That's one of those things I found even in the first, well, from the time that I announced that I was moving over to this first month plus of being here is how many people still don't know that the credit union exists. And so there's a lot of kind of awareness and just letting people know, hey, this is a great resource that exists, and it's a resource that's here for you. And we'd love to be able to support people in that way.
Now, Tom, have you been able to build some relationships? I know you haven't been there it's a very long time, but have you been able to already start building those relationships with people around Synod?
Yeah, so I've been around serving as a parish pastor and then serving at the seminary here in St. Louis for a bit. And so I've been able to develop relationships over time, and it's been fun to move into this role and start to utilize those relationships some more. And so starting in with LCEF, because we both share an office building, so we're only a floor apart, and we do a lot of collaborative work together there. So starting to develop some of those, and then looking out into the districts and some congregations already. So yeah, it's been off to a good start, and don't be surprised if you're listening and if I have a relationship with you already, if I don't come calling here in the next few months too, just to clue you into more about what LFCU has to offer.
Amanda, what makes this unique for Lutherans? You talked about all of the different people that are eligible to be a member. What about this makes this a unique opportunity for Lutherans to be a part of this credit union?
The first thing that comes to mind to me is we really try to hit home on we're trustworthy, we're Christ-centered. We try to discover things that truly help out the individual. We take everything case by case. So, there are it's our business. So there are certain things that are going to look very similar to other credit unions and financial institutions that you might see on the street. But what always sets us apart and what always will set us apart and what's important for us is us, those individuals that are on the team of the credit union.
Who are real people, by the way.
Real
Yeah.
people. Yes.
Who care about the mission.
Thank you.
So we've talked with them on the phone.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
Well, I think Amanda's story about the kids that we've seen grow up is evidence of that.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't know that if you didn't know the members who are a part of the credit union, and to interact with them over time as real people is really important.
And to support it as well, it's such a blessing to have been here for 10 years. But to top it off, internally, half of our staff, half of our team are the originals. They've been here from the very beginning as well. And I think that speaks volumes to the group of people that are running this credit union. We believe in each other. We show up for each other. And when you have a united front like that and a common mission, that only transcends and goes over to the membership and those that we serve. And so it's a great feeling to show up and know that you're there for each other and there for all those that might call or email. And we're going to, as much as possible, be on a united front to help everybody.
I think we're unique too in the sense that we're a completely digital online credit union. And so we are able to provide online banking. We're able to provide a whole host of digital services that makes this available no matter where you're at. So if you're serving or you're living in a small town rural community where I was in the parish, very easy to access the credit union. If you're living in a large city, you can access the credit union. We're a part of a network of shared branches and shared ATMs. And so you can still go in and have the brick and mortar experience, even though we don't have brick and mortar facilities. And so I know that was a pioneering thing 10 years ago when we started. Not all institutions offered the variety of online services that we did, but that really extends our reach into all of the places where LCMS folks are.
To be able to, for those who still value or appreciate or need those brick and mortar experience where you walk in face to face and handle those transactions, you can do that through the shared partnership. Very good. The services that most people would most likely recognize, savings, checkings, but the checking accounts, things like that. But there are other services as well. You mentioned mortgages earlier. I know it's a long list of services available from Lutheran FCU, but give us a rundown. What's available to members.
Okay, we might have to tag team this one.
Yeah, okay.
I'm looking over some auto loans. That's a huge thing for us. It's one of the biggest things that we do offer at really great rates. Credit cards. I'm thinking about the services as well as far as the accessibilities. I think that's a part that we've had from the very beginning. So, of course, we have the expected, the mobile app, the online banking, the bill pay.
We went into certificates of deposit this year.
Oh, yes, thank you.
You had an opportunity to earn a higher reward on your money. We've got some open, we call them our whatever loans. And so if you're looking to, do whatever, we've got a loan for you on that. Home equity refinancing to do projects around the home. We're able to provide those services also.
We also don't have any fees on accounts. So that's a big draw, I know, for congregations. And we get asked a lot, there's nothing? There's no fees? And there's not, there's not a minimum to be held or anything like that. So that's been attractive. And that's on both the congregation, the business side, and on the consumer side. We try as much as possible to keep the money in the ministry or the money in the pockets of the individual so they can focus on other things.
Yeah, we've been able to save some of our partners significant amounts of money by cutting their fees out, moving from a more commercial bank to our services.
Yeah, we've been members for almost since the beginning, and it's just been a great experience, for me and my husband being members and all of the great services you guys provide. So 5 stars from the Gulseth household for Lutheran FCU.
You'll leave us a Google review later. So.
So if someone were to join Lutheran FCU in the next weeks or months, what kinds of things would they experience?
Well, yeah, we're actually going to celebrate our 10th birthday with a special offer for your listeners here on KFUO. We want to give people a little bit more incentive to come and check us out. And so in honor of our 10th birthday, we're going to be giving a incentive of $10 for every year that we've been here. So on a $100 incentive to new accounts that are opening up here between now and the end of the year. And so there's a lot more kind of about the nuts and bolts of that on our website, lutheranfcu.org/KFUO, but people can go there and get a link to sign up for a new membership. We just are looking for people to come and bring either their direct deposits on a monthly basis or to sign up for an auto loan or a mortgage, and then get the opportunity to get a little bit of an incentive. So yeah, check out the website and be happy to share that with your listeners.
Very good. I've just made note of that, lutheranfcu.org/KFUO.
Yes.
Then they can find the information there as well. How do we join Lutheran Federal Credit Union?
Yeah, so if we go online, there's an application online, so people will click that. You'll fill out a little bit of information about yourself, and then back to our personalized service, we'll have one of our operation team members reach out over the phone to kind of walk through making sure that we have all of the information that we need and giving you the crash course into what comes next. And so depending on which product that you're signing up for, they'll kind of tell you what to be looking for. But we, even in all of our digital and virtual world, we still utilize that human element to it too. So it's not just a completely virtual experience. We get to talk to one of our team members, and they'll be able to help on with the rest of the process.
Very good. lutheranfcu.org/KFUO. You can find more information there. Our guest today, the Reverend Tom Schlund, Synod Relations and Marketing Coordinator for Lutheran Federal Credit Union. Tom, thanks so much for being our guest.
Yeah, thank you.
And Amanda Walker, CEO for Lutheran Federal Credit Union. Amanda, great to see you again. Thanks for being our guest.
Thank you so much.
You've been listening to The Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Gulseth.
The Coffee Hour with Andy and Sarah is a production of KFUO. To support the Coffee Hour and KFUO Radio, visit KFUO.org. You can also text KFUO to 41444 or send an email to gifts@KFUO.org. And you can call us at 800-844-0524. KFUO. Christ for you, anytime, anywhere.
20 years ago, Concordia University, Wisconsin saw a change coming. A change in the way we live and a change in the way we learn. So today, as world events change the way we go back to school, we're ready. For over 2 decades, Concordia University has been a pioneer of exceptional online education, helping thousands of students across the country build a better future for themselves and their world. Don't settle for a common way to learn. Don't settle for a common life. Concordia University, Wisconsin. Live uncommon.